Hello and welcome to #Leadership What's on Your Mind. My name's Stuart Wellington, I'm your host, and I can't wait to tell you about what we've got coming up for you in May 2021. So let's jump inside and I'll tell you exactly who we have, 4 amazing guests bringing a unique perspectives on leadership. Let's jump inside, see you in there. Okay, so before we get started with the guests that I'm hosting this month, I want to tell you about 2 exciting opportunities, one for Star Development UK and one for the podcast itself. So you might have seen across my social media platforms that we have partnered with Carden Park. What an amazing environment and location to be able to deliver training and creating better organisations, teams and leaders for the future. So I can't wait to share with you more things that are coming out in that opportunity. I'm going to put the promotional video in the comments below here for you to go and check it out. And then the podcast itself, this month is 1 year old. You might have seen last month I hosted my dad on the 50th episode. If you haven't already seen that, make sure you click the link above. You can go and consume that fantastic episode. But I've actually entered the Podcast Awards. So we hear this month whether we've made it through to the shortlist. Fingers crossed, but I just want to say thank you for everybody who has consumed the podcast, given me some fantastic feedback. And I hope we have added value to your leadership journey. So without further ado, we have the 1 year podcast coming up. For the first episode of May, we have Tommy Gentleman. I met him at the Best U Expo 2 years ago now. Amazing person, very similar story to myself and very similar background, but what an amazing person to come on, and he speaks so well about his passion, which is him, his organisation, his leadership and shared values coming out from everywhere. So I said about 1 year anniversary. On the 12th of May, I host Peter Anstiss. It's an amazing story, and I had one of these moments when I met Peter. I was sat around the boardroom table with like-minded people, but I sat back and thought, how have I ended up sitting in this position? Because he is amazing at what he does. He's held some amazing positions in the corporate world, and it's fantastic to have him as part of the team at Star Development UK as well. So I can't wait for you to share the celebration in the 1 year anniversary of the podcast. And then we have Deb Cadman. She's fantastic. Comes from the HR background, and again, I like diversity in the podcast. So a world that I'm not really used to. An amazing person, again, that I've met over the last 18 months, and speaks really well, really passionate about the work she does now, coming out of the corporate world into delivering training herself. And she is also part of the Star Development UK associate team as well. So fantastic to have her on board. And then last but no means least, we have Trev down. Trev, we've got a very similar background. He's still in the military, in a reservist position. He was the officer commanding one of the stations I was at, delivering leadership and development training. And I wanted to talk to him about how he managed that environment and gave us the environment and also the tools to deliver the training that I'm so passionate about replicating now outside the military. So it was amazing to have him on. We both swam for the Air Force, so I spent a lot of time, weekends and traveling abroad with the team, etc. So it was great to have him on and share his perspectives on leadership. So that's it, May, lots of things going on, and I can't wait for you to share the developments over the time that we have. And make sure you follow me across my social media platforms. Make sure you hit subscribe on this channel. Make sure you either watch or listen to the podcast, either via the podcast provider, Spotify, iTunes, etc. Make sure you follow, make sure you hit subscribe, and make sure every episode you consume, you tell us what your takeaways are. It's going to be different for everybody, and I love reading the feedback and everybody's takeaways. Everybody's completely different. So have a fantastic month, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.